Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to the special Picks of the Month edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. So this month I'm doing something a little different for Picks of the Month. A lot of people have said to me, hey, why don't you talk about sealed product? Well, today we're going to talk about some sealed product. 5 sets from 2022 that could be going up in value potentially in 2023. Once we get into the 5 sets, I'll explain why this is a possibility for any of these products. And spoiler alert, there's actually a bunch of different reasons why some of these different sets might be a little bit harder to find, might be a little more expensive going forward in the future. First, though, a quick note about this series. Obviously, it does come out once a month, and it goes out to the gold patrons first. So by the time you see this on YouTube, prices that we talk about today could have shifted a little bit, but I'm not expecting big changes in the short term for the things we're talking about today. Quickly, before we get into the details, though, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, they are out of stock when it comes to Jumpstart 2022, but if they do restock, I'll let you know. However, you can pre-order Phyrexia All Will Be One products currently on the website, and also you can pre-order Dominaria Remastered products as well. I'll leave links down below so you can find these pre-orders, and remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you, and without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, the first Magic product I wanted to talk about today was Commander Legends. When it comes to Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, you can get draft booster boxes currently for about $104.99. You can get set booster boxes for $109.99 and collector booster boxes for $249.99. Pretty reasonable. But remember, there's a lot of key cards in this set, like the Ancient Dragons. There's a number of other highly played cards too, like Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes and White Plume Adventurer. This is also a product that crosses over into the Dungeons & Dragons fan base as well, which does widen the pool of interest out there. Most of all, though, like many of the products we're looking at today, this came out during a time period where a lot of other Magic products were coming out right on its heels. And if you look back at history, you'll see that the sets that came out too close together were underpurchased, leading to less product existing out there in the long term. Now, in today's day and age, there are more reprints. So if they go ahead and reprint these cards that are in this set in a lot of different products in the coming year or two, well, then maybe this doesn't go up in value like we've seen in the past. Like anything, of course, nobody knows the future, but I do think this set does have potential for growth. Put it all together, and this might be one of those sleeper sets. Now, this next set I chose, okay, maybe the jury's still out on it because it is so new, but assuming you can find a Jumpstart booster box, you would pay somewhere around $119.99 right now. The thing is, however, since it did just come out, we don't exactly know how much of the product Wizards will end up shipping. Early on, there has been distribution difficulties, making it hard to find in some regions, though. Also, brand confusion could hurt this product a lot. Remember, Wizards also calls their beginner booster packs that come out with each standard set Jumpstart. So a lot of advanced players see the word Jumpstart and they steer clear. When it comes to the set itself, though, we see some nice reprints like Karn Liberated and Walking Ballista. There are new popular legendary creatures for Commander like Kibo Uktabi Prince and Ashkota the Shadow Swarm. But one of the biggest attractions here are the cards with the anime art, which quickly found high price points. Even if Wizards does ship more of this product soon, will stores even order it? Because guess what? There's even more sets coming down the line. Dominaria Remastered, Phyrexia All Will Be One, March of the Machines, the list goes on and on. My third Magic product came out at the beginning of the year, before sets really started tripping over each other to the extent that they did later in the year. This is Innistrad Double Feature, $170 for a booster box. So one of the major reasons that this was underordered, undersold, is because there was a lot of criticism around this product. Not everybody's favorite product, not one of my favorite products either, to be honest. The price point was considered by many to be too high, considering they're just reprinting new standard cards here. The art design kind of seems sort of lazy. It just grayed out the existing art. The fact that it was not a thought-out draft experience, instead it just contained all of the cards from Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, put all this stuff together, and it just wasn't very popular. But again, let's look at the past. A lot of times products that aren't popular tend to become more valuable in the future. I remember when Cold Snap came out, People did not like that set. If you played during that time, you might remember. I personally really liked it and liked a lot of the cards in it. Maybe part of it was like Ice Age nostalgia, but a lot of people just thought there wasn't a lot of great cards in there. And look what happened over the years. Now, many of the cards have been reprinted, but there's some pretty big key cards in Cold Snap, and over time, they have gone up in value quite a bit. Sealed boxes even go for a premium. But back to Innistrad Double Feature, prices on the good singles are already high due to scarcity. Cards like the Meathook Massacre and Cultivator Colossus can command high prices, and if you haven't looked at the foil prices in a while, you should check those out. The Meathook Massacre is pushing $250, Toxtrol the Corrosive is over $100 now. Now this next set kind of makes me a little sad. Unfinity, I do like the Unproducts, and I do think this one just got lost in the shuffle. The Draft Booster Box, $109.99. The Collector Booster Box, $215. So okay, this was delayed initially, and then it was pushed out in the middle of a deluge of releases. Since not all the cards here are Eternal Legal, some players just look past this set, but it does have a few things going for it. First, rarity. This was not purchased as strongly as many other sets. Secondly, remember, it does have some really nice Eternal Legal cards in it. Things like Saw in Half and Comet Stellar Pup. Thirdly, and maybe most importantly, those specialty Shocklands. Remember though, they were special pulls. They weren't just in the rare slot. So the regular borderless copies, the foils, and the Galaxy foils are all commanding high prices currently. Other Galaxy foils can be pricey already too. It's going to be very interesting to see where this sits a year from now, 2 years from now. I do think the various versions of the Shocklands especially could become more expensive over time. And our last product today, and another one that could be a big deal in the future, Warhammer 40k. These Commander decks do have a little bit of a range in their prices. You can see on the screen, Forces of the Imperium, $83.95, Necron Dynasties, $102.65, The Ruinous Powers, $74.99, and $74.99 for Tyranid Swarm. Now again, we have a product that came out during that flood of products, and again we saw supply issues early on, but Wizards has pushed out more of these since then, and there is a rumor that more are coming. However, again, will it be too late because there's so many other products that stores have to order now? On top of that, this is another product that garners interest from outside the Magic the Gathering fan base. Obviously, Warhammer 40k players might be interested in these, even just as collectibles. But beyond all of that, we have some really solid Commander cards in these products. And many of them could be difficult to reprint in a lot of cases because they are so heavily themed to Warhammer 40k. Some of the big cards include Biotransference, Triumph of St. Catherine, Shadow in the Warp, Bloodthirster, and there's just so many more. There's a very good chance these decks could be very expensive in the future. Also, too, don't forget about the collector's edition copies of these. Prices currently on the screen, Forces of the Imperium, $214.99, Necron Dynasties, $270, The Ruinous Powers, $189.84, and Tyranid Swarm, $183.86. The upside is they're rare. They're harder to find, they're more expensive, and we know rare things do become valuable many times. The downside is there's a lot of reports that the surge foiling process causes the cards to curve pretty intensely. I've never opened one of these myself, so I couldn't tell you firsthand, but I have seen pictures and such online. And even if it wasn't true at this point, it's pretty much accepted as common knowledge, so people could steer clear of the product just because of that. However, again, like I said before, rare things are going to be rare things, and over time there could be interest in these collector edition copies. And that's going to do it for our December 2022 Picks of the Month video. So the last couple of weeks of December, we're not going to be putting out any content as we're going to be going into holiday mode here. And also going through a little bit of a retooling process. When we come back in January, we're going to have some changes, and I'm looking forward to it. I think they're going to be good changes, exciting changes to the channel. Our focus is still going to be Magic. It's still going to be the value of cards and how things are going in the market. But we're going to try to add some variety to that too and give you different length videos, some different content that even goes outside of the card value stuff. Until then, though, hey, I hope everybody has a great holiday season. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon and have a great day.